Hello and welcome to Figure It Out. I'm Dan and I paint 3D printed statues such as this Deadpool 2 bust from Wicked Studios. This was printed on my Saturn S printer with Sunlu standard resin. There is an affiliate link in the description if you wish. So I've already post-processed and primed the model. I've used the Createx Autoborne sealer as the primer. I actually had to test whether or not it could sand this time. And so far, it seemed to be pretty good. I was able to sand over the Deadpool label without it peeling away. It actually sanded, so that was awesome. I have left links to the primer and many other products that I use in this video down in the description. They are Amazon affiliate links, so I will get a small commission towards the channel if you choose to go through those links. They don't cost you anything extra, but it does help me out. Before I start, if you'd like to like and subscribe to see more painting videos, please do. And I need to take a look at the model and figure out my game plan. Okay, I think my plan of attack will be to start on the base. And from there, I will start on Cable, where I'll do his skin tones first, and then build him up from there, and finishing with Deadpool in his arms. A small issue that I did have with the base is I've had to modify that leg, as once the base is glued together so I could try to fix the seams the best I could, they wouldn't slide in. So I had to just take that edge off, and now it just clicks in and it's done. With the base, the plan will be to paint the ground looking stuff in there. I'm probably going to go for a cementy dirt kind of look as opposed to grass or anything like that. From there, probably going to actually paint the bricks. I want to go red bricks with some variation in colors in them. So some a bit browner, some a bit more yellow, darker, lighter. And then I'm going to airbrush the flame. I'm thinking I'm actually going to do a pink undercoat to start it, but I want some of that overspray to actually be over the brick and the base to try and make it look like it's, I guess, radiating heat. Another thing to remember with fire is that unlike most things where you're looking at the light from the top down from where the sun is, fire, the heat is generated at the source and that creates light. So it'd be actually brightest in the center and works its way out to darker rather than darker in the middle and working its way out to lighter like you'd normally see. And then of course we have the little nameplate, and that will be the base. base is complete. It actually went reasonably smoothly, which surprised me. This is only my second attempt at fire. You put it next to my first attempt back when I very first started. I think it's a pretty good improvement. So yeah, I just started with the flame airbrushing white in and gradually working up into a red. Then I sprayed it all with yellow. I dry brushed some white, so we had some wispy bits, sprayed it yellow again, and then went in with some red just to deepen it out just that little bit more. I've left any overspray as the glow for the light, and I think it's pretty good. So next up, we start on Cable. I'm going to start with his skin tones. From there, I will move into his clothes and his cape. So it looks like I've got my work cut out for me. Let's get to it. Cable is complete. I still have to, or at least close to complete. I still have to gloss the eyes and the lips, but I'll wait till later to be able to do that. Once it's completely dry, I am going to use epoxy to glue it together. There's a lot of weight to this model, so super glue just isn't going to cut it. So I'm going to go with epoxy on this. I mean, the cape is nearly solid, a lot of weight. It's gone a lot better than I expected. I think this is by far the best portrait I have done so far. I really love the neck and the machinery look to it and his arm. Just really happy with it overall. This has to be one of my favorites so far. And after all of that, my shitty light just fell down and took out Cable, snapping that shit off. I'll glue that back on later and it won't be seen much because it's behind Deadpool. Speaking of which, Deadpool is next. On the upside, there are no portraits on this one. It's just his mask. So this should actually be fairly quick to get through. I plan on hitting it up with red, using some shadow and highlights with the airbrush, and then just going over the black, doing some dry brush, getting the details and washes, and then I'll oil wash it, give it a nice dirty look, and it should be done. Better get back to it.
I know my destiny.
And that is another project completed. Deadpool went together quite well. There were more details in it than I actually thought there would be, with all the little silver like reflective straps on the pouches and the little screws in his protective armor. Well, I guess it's armor. I mean, he doesn't really need it, does he? But outside of that, it went together really well. There are some small gaps in it that I wasn't expecting just because it didn't sit quite the way it was meant to. But honestly, it looks great regardless. Next up on the bench is Kratos, the god of war. Really can't wait to get this painted. I wish more sculptors would sculpt like they do over at Zez Studio. This thing was just so easy to put together. There's no gaps because of the way it was cut. I was easily able to add magnets to it. It was just so much easier to work on this model. I have a few more Zez models coming up as well, such as the Deadpool. And I have gone with the Harley Quinn in quarter scale for the competition. She's getting ready to go. And I'll do a couple of videos on building that up as well. Okay, and remember, if you want to see more models like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out. Also, if you've got any questions about what I do and how I do it, I'm more than happy to answer questions. Some might be in the comments, some might be in the videos, depending on their complexity and whether I even can answer it, as there's a lot of this that I do by instinct and I don't really have an idea of the technicalities behind what I'm doing, but I will do the best that I can. Let's take a final look at the project.